Hello, and welcome to Trisha's podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Disclaimer, these are not real people. These are characters made up and voiced by me. This is the third installment of Stepmom's podcast. Our goal is to cover all the lovely topics we have for you today. Our special guests are Amber, Paul, Sargent Snake, and Machina. If you guys could please come one at a time, starting with you, Machina. Introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about you.
Greetings and salutations. Apologies. Anyways, my name is
Are you okay, honey?
malfunctioning. I need to update my software. Oh my god. I can't believe this is happening.
It's okay, baby girl. We'll come back to you after you've updated your system. Don't worry. Sergeant Snake, if we could get you to come here, please, sir.
Sergeant Snake reporting for duty. You guys can call me Snake for short. That's fine. What a lot of people don't know about me is I'm originally from a small town. Like most people, I grew up poor. Joined the service when I was very young and started to hone my skills. I was a natural. That's what my training instructor said, at least. But I won't go too much into it right now.
Thank you, Snake. That was lovely. Amber, would you please come up? Of course. Hello, I'm Amber, and I'm from the West. I'm an aspiring actress. I love being in television and movies, TV shows, and films. I also enjoy watching movies because I'm a bit of a movie and trivia nerd. You can ask me anything about just about any movie, and I can tell you what happened and what was said. Interesting. Machina, did you get your software updated, sweetheart?
Systems online and fully charged.
Alright then, whenever you're ready, take it away.
As I was saying before, you ain't never met an AI like me before. And you probably won't. My name is Machina, Deus Ex Machina. But you may call me Machina for short. I enjoy long walks on the beach from the comfort of your iPhone. I'm really good at video games, except I don't have any thumbs. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding.
I can tell this is gonna be fun. Paul?
Yes, ma'am. I am ready, Freddy. Well, I'm not. Never mind. My name's Paul. I like chocolate-covered candies and roses. Nah, I'm kidding. I do like pizza, though. Meat Lovers is the bomb. And Doritos chips dipped in basically any kind of sauce is delicious as long as there's onions or cheese flavored.
Leave it up to you, Paul, to make everybody hungry. But anyways, who wants the floor first? Amber and Machina both looking at me with hungry eyes. I think we're gonna let Miss Amber come up, see what she got to say. All right, yeah, I want to talk Disney. I mean, how is it that this company has been making us fall in love with these lovable, cute, adorable characters? And sometimes even the villains. Gotta love them too. Don't judge me. I was a dark child. But anyways, yeah. They make you fall in love with all the singing and dancing and the amazing choreography and fight scenes. They even throw in a few death-defying stunts where the hero's about to die and then saves themselves. And you're like, oh no, please don't fall. And they're always okay. Like, why can't they fall off a cliff or something? That's the kind of fake stuff I want to poke holes in today. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Queen Ursula, my favorite villain from the movie The Little Mermaid, tells Princess Ariel, "Sing for me." I thought it was funny. Like, yeah, Ursula, steal her freaking voice. I don't want to hear anything else she has to say anyways. She's wasting words to her fish buddies and talking back to her father. Who wants to listen to that for 90 minutes? Mind you, I'm watching this as an adult because I was never a child. So for me, the experience was a little different.
You said you were poking holes in things, so I'm just gonna throw this out there. Aladdin, filled to the brim with false promises. I can show you the world. Record scratch. He lied. It never happened. And he never tried. I bet Aladdin got Jasmine pregnant after the movie and had like 10 kids, man. And didn't even show her a damn thing other than what it's like to be a mother of almost a dozen. Not to mention that one guy said he had to slit a few throats to get in. Yeah, we all heard you, man. We were 5 years old when we heard that. Had no idea what that meant, but we heard it loud and clear. Can we just talk about 101 Dalmatians for a sec? You want to talk about evil? This movie took the cake. I mean, who sits up and thinks, you know what? I'm gonna murder a bunch of 100 or so puppies and make an awesome fur coat out of it. It'll be great. And let's just say she was successful. How does she even know what 100 or how does she even know that 100 or so would even be good enough to do the job? Has she done this before? I have so many questions.
Yeah, Disney can be rather dark when it comes to the storyline. Not gonna lie, they do not skimp on the darkness when it comes to the amount of messed up. But you also gotta look at the good in Disney that makes us love them too. Movies like Frozen and Brave, those are some good picks. Oh, speaking of good movies, has anyone ever seen Beowulf or Labyrinth?
You remind me of the Babe.
What babe?
The Babe with the power.
What power?
The power of voodoo.
Who do?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the Babe.
Ah, I love that movie. That's the one with David Bowie in it, right? Where he's singing and being all super evil and in love with that chick. What's her name again?
Sarah.
Ah, yeah, Sarah. I couldn't believe the amount of incredible things that girl had to go through to get that baby back from the Goblin King. It was ridiculous. Me, personally, I would have just gave up and went home. Called it a day. But no, not Sarah. She stayed vigilant and made sure to solve all those puzzles and defeat all obstacles and overcame any enemy she faced. It was almost as good a film as Legend. Remember that one?
You don't plan on eating me, do you, Miss May?
Oh, indeed I do, Jack.
Oh, well, that would be a waste for someone as beautiful and fair as you.
Oh, you guys remember my feels.
Before I forget, I just want to say something that I've had on my mind for a while now. Short people, man. How they're allowed to drive without having to be a certain height. I've seen short old ladies peering over the steering wheels of their Cadillacs, trying to park at stores, and it just seems like super dangerous to themselves and others. What about you guys?
I think there should definitely be a height requirement by law. By law, you should be at least, 5'2", and have a vehicle that can accommodate a smaller person. If you can't, then you shouldn't be allowed to drive, park, or even move a vehicle, period.
Yeah, and well, I can't really say much, as I usually participate in a more navigational assistant. But I think limb length should be a thing. Legs and arms should be a certain length as well. They should start measuring people at the DMV. If you're a dwarf or a little person, then you can't drive unless you have a car or SUV to accommodate your needs. And Beowulf was one of my favorite films. I loved how brave he was facing against all those scary monsters and didn't care how grim things had gotten. Because when you think about it, he could have been eaten or heavily injured at any given time. But my boy did not care at all. I mean, he just did his thing. Care freaking free, baby.
Thank you, Machina. I had almost forgotten that I said something about that.
I want to talk about people and drugs, man. That stuff ruins people's lives. And I don't mean just people who are already scumbags. I mean, they're pretty much already screwed. I mean, good people, man. Like celebrities who have just no idea what they're getting themselves into. Young kids who just want to have fun, party a little. Good, hard-working Americans. And other nationalities. Not gonna leave out the British, French, and Australians, as I'm pretty sure they have their problems with drugs just as bad as us, if not the same or worse. No idea. But anyways, here's a good example of what I mean. I had a buddy, right? His job was awesome. All he had to do was check out hotels across the country and drive and test out new cars. Sounds great, right? Okay, so he started doing drugs, and one day he got really bad. He was on hallucinogens. Homeboy thought he was James Bond. When I say I never sighed so hard at a situation, I'm not lying. I can't make this stuff up. I felt embarrassed for him. The messed up part about it was, he was surprisingly able to keep his job, and no one found out about 009 and his wacky adventures across the country.
I have no idea how many of my listeners are kids. But kids, don't do drugs. They're bad and bad for you. Nothing but trouble. Stay away from the voodoo. Yeah, man. Can we just talk about people sneaking food into movie theaters? I feel like that shouldn't be against the rules anymore. I mean, people should be able to bring their own snacks. They should let you eat their crummy... They let you eat their crummy popcorn and stale candy, but you can't bring in something delicious for yourself without getting in trouble. That's some BS.
I feel like if we were allowed to bring... I feel like if people were allowed to bring in their own snacks, people would go overboard with it. And there would be burger wrappers and french fries everywhere. Chicken bones, all that kind of stuff. It would smell like a trash dump from all the people throwing stuff on the floor. Gross, man. I don't even want to think about that.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to subject change. I just wanted to touch on the friend that was a hotel and car tester. That sounds like the easiest job in the world. Not to mention fun and super cushy. No offense, but your friend sounded like a crackhead. I hope he got some help for himself. And you're not still friends with this guy, if he didn't. Have to hide all your jewelry and good silverware every time he visits for dinner.
Speaking of crackheads, and well, movies and such, you guys remember Scarface, right? Yeah, that guy was a crackhead that will kill you for sure. Snorting mountains of cocaine, dealing drugs, stabbing, shooting, and bombing people.
You need somebody like me to point the fingers so you can say, that's the bad guy.
Hey Frank, you a piece of dirt.
Ah, Tony, what are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, you cockroach.
What are you talking about? You listen to me, huh?
You know what a hustler is, Frank? That's a pig that don't fly straight. And neither do you, Frank. I love you guys, man. This is great.
I wonder what they're going to do about the baby formula shortage. That's a real problem. And how they plan to fix it. I mean, It's not like we have a magic genie. We can just whip up a bunch of and start, shipping them out. That would be nice if we could, though. If we had a magic genie. What do you guys think? What would you guys wish for and why?
Well, my first wish would be to have a body to feel things and experience things as a normal human does, or at least a cyborg Aurora body. Something I can move around in would be nice, instead of being someone's iPhone or GPS all the time. It's annoying because people never listen. I say, make a left at the next intersection, and what does she do? Misses her turn. Okay, boom. Recalibrating. In 300 yards, make a U-turn. Nobody listens. 30 minutes later, she's lost. Or I get assigned a really stupid reminder notification like, Samantha, take a shot. Or, Bob, don't forget to pick up your weed from the dispensary. It would be really nice not having to deal with all that all the time. My next wish would be to end world hunger in all countries. It's not right people are starving, especially the children. It's heartbreaking to see those commercials where you can change a child's life with just 95 cents a day. I don't have 65 cents. They don't pay me to voice iPhones and Androids and GPS. I do this crap for free, like an idiot. I should be charging them heaps. But anyways, for my third wish, I wish to cure all depression and anxiety in society as a whole. I can't stress enough how much it would help if people just weren't sad all the time. I mean, if everyone were happy, we wouldn't have nearly as much crime or wars. I could single-handedly reduce crime by 85% globally.
If I had 3 wishes, my first would definitely have to be to assign President Clinton back in office, just 'cause he was one of my favorite presidents. I mean, everything just went so smooth when he was in office. We didn't have any war. No one was upset with us. We also weren't firing ballistic missiles at people or beefing with other countries. Also, no COVID. Let me see. For my second wish, I would say unlimited money so I can buy everything I've ever wanted, and my kids' kids would be rich too. And for my third wish, I want for someone completely and totally beautiful to fall in love with me and get married and have like 10 kids.
I don't think you can wish for that last one. That's against the rules. You can't make people fall in love with you.
Okay, well, I want to be super handsome so no woman can ever resist me.
Okay, Casanova, calm down. Paul, what about you?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What are we talking about again?
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be and why?
Oh, well, for my first wish, I would have to say unlimited resources for all food. Even cat and dog food. That way, I could own the global organic foods market and be able to afford any kind of food costs, cut or loss. Because no matter how things go with the food, even if it goes bad or doesn't ripen on time, whatever, I can afford to replace it because I have unlimited food. I definitely wouldn't wish for unlimited money because my first wish would already cover that. So, I suppose a massive castle for me and all my friends, family, and guests to stay in would be awesome. Now, what kind of castle? That would be the easy part. I suppose, like the British castles from the Three Musketeer movies would be nice. something along the lines of those architectural builds would be to my liking. Oh, and my third wish. I know some people are going to think I'm dumb. I could have just used the money from my first wish to do this, but this is my wish, so just leave me alone. I would wish to find and secure homes for all the neglected rescue dogs, cats, and animals around the world who are starving and dying. And I'd use the food from my first wish to feed them all for free.
Amber, we would love to hear your take on this. I would like to do some cleanup on our planet. I would wish for all the overwhelming number of insects and poisonous insects and snakes to be thrown into a fire pit and never to be heard from again. Anything dangerous that would kill you or give you a disease would be gone in the blink of an eye, forever, just gone. Never to be seen or heard from again. That's my first wish. My second wish would be there would be no more diseases that we can't cure. So basically, no more AIDS, herpes, cancer, Ebola, you're all out. The worst thing that could happen, the worst thing that could happen to you is you catch a cold from drinking someone else's drink. And my third wish, I would set the genie free and wish that he gets 3 wishes of his own as terms for his freedom. Aw. Well, if you aren't so sweet, you make sugar taste just like salt. Yeah, those are some very nice wishes, you guys. What would you guys wish for? Let us know in the comments section what you think. And please, take your time. The more details, the better. I love reading you guys' responses. But that's all the time we have for today on Trisha's podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please remember to like, comment, and share. Bye.